Welcome to eVision, where we bring you the deep dive. This is where we take a stack of information articles, research our own notes, and really extract the most important nuggets of knowledge or insight, all custom tailored just for you. Today, we're plunging into the fascinating transformation of Hangzhou, China. It's a city that's, well, rapidly evolving into a leading global tech hub. Our mission for this deep dive is to dissect the key factors, the unique elements that have cultivated what many are calling the Silicon Valley of China. And as always, we're drawing exclusively from the incredible insights provided in our source material. So get ready. You're about to discover what truly drives this innovation.
It really is remarkable, isn't it? Hangzhou's ascent has been incredibly quick, and the innovations coming out of there are genuinely cutting edge. We're talking about everything from these nimble fighting robots that can navigate complex terrain all the way to developing sophisticated large language models. You know, LLMs, and artificial intelligence. This is a city that has just rapidly nurtured companies into billion-dollar tech giants, unearthing new opportunities, reshaping industries. It's quite something.
Yeah, and right at the heart of this tech boom, we find six companies. They're now collectively known as the Hang Six Little Dragons. We're going to explore how these companies rose up, and what we'll uncover are some truly surprising support systems and even historical legacies that made it all possible. So yeah, this promises to be a pretty compelling exploration. Okay, so let's dive right into the heart of Hangzhou's tech explosion. These Hang Six Little Dragons. Now, these aren't just some random collection of successful companies. Our sources make it really clear that they are now truly synonymous with Hangzhou's tech rise, and their success is absolutely no coincidence.
That's exactly right. Each of these dragons offers a distinct glimpse into the diverse innovation that's just brewing in the city. So first up, we have DeepSeek. They're an AI company, and they're focused on developing these cutting-edge large language models, really at the forefront of AI research. Then there's Unitree. That's the robotics company that just, wow, captivated audiences with their advanced robots. They even performed at the Spring Festival Gala, incredible synchronized movements.
I think I saw a clip of that, actually. Pretty amazing stuff.
It really was.
Mm.
Next up is Game Science. Now, that's the studio behind last year's huge hit game, Black Myth Wukong. It got global attention, stunning graphics, great gameplay. We also find Deep Robotics. They engineered China's first robot dog designed specifically for industrial use. That's a critical step for automation.
Okay, so AI, robotics, gaming. What else?
Well, then there's BrainCo. This is a fascinating one. They focus on neural interfaces, basically, tech that lets brains talk to computers. Their bionic hand, for example, got a lot of international attention at the 2023 Asian Para Games, which were held right there in Hangzhou. A torchbearer actually used it to light the main flame during the opening ceremony. Really powerful moment.
Wow.
And what's really interesting about BrainCo is its journey. It was actually founded in the U.S. back in 2015.
Oh, really? Not in Hangzhou?
No, in Boston, by Han Cheng while he was studying at Harvard. They only later made the strategic decision to relocate to Hangzhou.
Okay. That's a twist.
Yeah. And finally, the sixth dragon is Manycore Technology. They developed this incredibly advanced 3D interior design software. It's really revolutionizing how spaces are conceptualized and built.
Okay, that is an incredibly diverse and frankly impressive lineup, don't you think? I mean, from the very visible world of gaming and these advanced robots to the really complex frontiers of AI and neural interfaces, these companies represent a significant leap. So given all that, the natural question becomes, what unique ingredients did Hangzhou have to sort of cultivate these tech powerhouses? What really stands out to you as the most critical factor?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, a critical role has definitely been played by the raw talent pool, specifically from Zhejiang University. Our sources highlight a truly remarkable statistic here. Get this. 5 out of the 6 little dragons we just mentioned, founded by graduates of Zhejiang University.
5 out of 6. Wow.
Yeah, and just to give you some context, as of September 2024, Zhejiang University had produced 102 executives among Chinese AI startups. Now that ranks them just behind Tsinghua, Peking, and Shanghai Jiaotong universities. These are all globally recognized institutions. So this isn't just about a few brilliant individuals. It's like a systemic output of really high-caliber talent.
That's a powerful parallel, isn't it? You think about Silicon Valley and how Stanford University played such a foundational role there. It sounds very similar. But beyond just the number of graduates, are there specific ways Zhejiang University actively cultivates this? Is it specific programs or maybe a particular culture that encourages students to start companies, not just join existing ones?
That's a great question. While the sources don't dive deep into specific programs, The sheer volume of founders really suggests there's a deeply ingrained entrepreneurial spirit there, and probably strong support within the university environment itself, perhaps through incubators or mentorship programs. And it actually extends beyond just the university's direct graduates, too. The talent pool gets even richer. Our sources describe it as a legion of Alibaba alumni. These are former employees who've gone on to found or join other companies right there in the city. They contribute significantly to this whole entrepreneurial ecosystem.
Ah, the Alibaba connection.
Yeah, exactly. And what's more, Alibaba Cloud Technology, their cloud computing service, is based right there in Hangzhou. They actively back up this entire ecosystem. Companies like DeepSeek, for instance, they've had a long-standing partnership with Alibaba Cloud, going way back to maybe 2012, 2013. It shows a deep integration.
Okay, so it's much more than just a pool of talented people. It's like a dynamic, interconnected network. Ideas, expertise, resources flowing freely, fueled by the university and the legacy of giants like Alibaba. It sounds almost like a self-reinforcing loop. How critical is that network effect compared to, say, just direct financial investment?
Oh, it's incredibly critical. Talent and networks, they provide the fertile ground, right?
Yeah.
But here's where it gets really interesting. It's the unique and incredibly proactive role of the national and local government in fostering this tech environment. This isn't just passive support, it's an active, almost partnership-like involvement. And that really sets Hangzhou apart.
That is fascinating. I mean, the financial incentives alone are pretty striking. Our sources tell us that student startups in Hangzhou can get anywhere from 100,000 to 500,000 yuan in direct support. And here's the really crucial part. If a startup fails, the government actually bears the risk.
That's right.
They cover 100% of the loss for amounts under 100,000 yuan and a remarkable 80% for amounts above that. I mean, that just drastically reduces the personal risk for entrepreneurs. It must encourage really bold ventures.
Exactly. It lowers the barrier significantly.
And a perfect example is game science, right?
Right.
The studio behind Black Myth Wukong, they apparently enjoyed 3 years of free rent. And the government even actively helped them secure essential game licenses, which, as you probably know, are notoriously difficult to get in China.
Extremely difficult.
Plus, the studio's total game development costs were over 300 million yuan, and they received tax incentives of more than 28 million yuan. That's just a staggering level of direct, tangible support. It removes huge barriers to entry and growth.
It really does. And this raises an important question. How many governments anywhere in the world are willing to act like what our sources call an angel investor in this way? Their guide funds, they invest broadly and crucially, they include this mechanism for tolerance for failure. So this means they're not just backing the dragons, the companies that are already successful. They're investing in a whole range of ventures, understanding that, well, not every single one is going to succeed. And that approach encourages experimentation. It fosters a healthy risk-taking culture within the ecosystem.
Yeah, that tolerance for failure is key. And it's not just about the money either, is it? The sheer efficiency and proactivity of Hangzhou's government seems to be a cornerstone here. There's this concept called most run once for administrative tasks. It's designed to streamline processes, so you literally might only have to visit an office one time.
Makes a huge difference.
Then there's this philosophy. If you don't call, they don't come, but if you have problems, they come when asked. Which implies, companies aren't burdened by unnecessary government interference, but that critical support's there immediately when it's genuinely needed.
Right. They're available, but not intrusive.
Let's go back to that BrainCore example, too. Hangzhou specifically sought them out, right? Encouraged them to relocate from Boston. This shows that these government officials aren't just bureaucrats processing paperwork. They are, as the source says, very knowledgeable about technology. They're actively identifying and recruiting promising tech firms. Shows a deep understanding of what the industry actually needs.
Exactly. So you see, this isn't just about throwing money at the problem. It's about a deeply integrated, responsive support system, one that understands the specific needs of tech companies, from risk mitigation and capital to administrative efficiency and even proactive recruitment. And this kind of ecosystem, built upon that existing foundation, like the Alibaba Alumni Network and Alibaba Cloud Support, well, it's been evolving for decades. It's created this unique synergy.
Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. While Hangzhou's rise is undeniably impressive, it's important we acknowledge the challenges these new dragons face. When you compare their current external environment to the earlier era of the Bait trio, Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent, say, maybe 15 years ago, it's pretty clear today's tech giants are navigating a much harsher, much more complex landscape.
That's a critical point, yes.
Yeah.
The external pressures have been significant and they've grown. Since Donald Trump's presidency starting in 2017, Washington has imposed a series of technological restrictions that directly impact Chinese tech companies. That's undeniable. Furthermore, Chinese President Xi Jinping has strongly emphasized tech self-reliance. This pushes companies to develop their own indigenous solutions, which, can be both an opportunity and a burden. It requires massive investment. And of course, the intense scrutiny faced by companies like Huawei and TikTok abroad, worries about spying, data collection, that serves as a powerful warning for any Chinese company looking to expand globally. It really highlights the geopolitical minefield they have to navigate.
Right. So given this really complex geopolitical landscape, what does this all mean for the future of these new dragons? I mean, how do they not just survive these pressures, but actually thrive?
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? And our sources do highlight some crucial lessons these little dragons can probably draw from the experiences of a company like Huawei. First, they suggest a strategic shift, maybe avoiding direct competition with the U.S. in highly sensitive tech areas where the conflict is most intense. Second, mastering core technologies, things like advanced chips, becomes paramount. You need that to avoid dependency on others and build true resilience.
Makes sense. Be less vulnerable.
Exactly. And from the success side, the advice seems clear. Scale up quickly, achieve critical mass, and build a really robust domestic industry ecosystem that can support itself, insulate itself to some degree. But the clear path forward for them, despite all these tensions, is still to diversify and vigorously go international.
Go international, even with
Yeah.
those headwinds.
Yes, because the global market is estimated to be around 5 times larger than China's domestic market alone. That offers just immense opportunity for growth. And it lessens reliance on any single market, which is crucial in today's, let's say, fragmented world.
That is a huge incentive for growth and a really fascinating strategy to navigate these tricky waters. It also kind of brings us to a fundamental principle, doesn't it? The more open you are to new markets, new challenges, the more friction you might face initially. But those challenges, in turn, can force you to find better solutions, drive greater innovation, and ultimately lead to more advanced scientific and technological progress. It's a powerful, sometimes painful dynamic, but it really pushes for true advancement. So, to recap our deep dive into Hangzhou today, its incredible growth as a tech hub really seems to be a testament to this powerful combination. You've got top-tier talent coming from universities like Zhejiang University, reinforced by that strong Alibaba alumni network, that's coupled with these incredibly innovative and frankly deeply supportive government policies. And all of this is strategically built upon an already robust existing tech ecosystem, largely rooted in the enduring legacy of Alibaba.
It truly is a compelling case study for modern tech development. Absolutely. And maybe as a final thought for you, our listener, to ponder, given these significant geopolitical headwinds we discussed and the stark lessons from companies like Huawei, what unique strategies will these little dragons really need to employ to not just survive, but truly thrive on the global stage? And maybe what can other aspiring tech hubs around the world learn from Hangzhou's really unique blend of proactive government intervention and this more organic, ecosystem-driven growth?
Those are powerful questions, definitely resonate far beyond just Hangzhou. We really hope this deep dive has given you some profound insights today and perhaps sparked your own curiosity to delve deeper into the fascinating and always evolving world of global tech innovation. Thank you for joining us on the deep dive.